Hello, good morning. I am Rabiya Mateo, 23, representing the City of Love, Iloilo. I am biracial. I'm sorry. I did introduce myself na. Yes.
Okay, so 30 seconds lang, given the introduction, tell us something about yourself.
I'm actually biracial. My mom is an Ilongga and my dad is an Indian, if you can see through my features. However, I was raised in a broken family and I experienced a really poor life. And I was able to rise from our situation as well because of educating myself. And now I decided to give back to my community and I became a lecturer for physical therapy. That's why I was able to go to...
What is one beautiful word in your local language and what does it mean?
One beautiful word would probably guapa, which means beautiful. I feel like we have this statement in Iloilo, basta Ilongga guapa, which means every Ilongga is beautiful. And I'm very proud that with Miss Universe Philippines, I was able to bring that kind of aspect that every Filipino would know that statement, basta Ilongga guapa.
So, what is that one learning experience that you had as a child that made so much impact on you?
If there would be one thing that I learned through my mother, that would be always forgive people. Because there's no such thing as a perfect person. And when my dad left us, she never speak ill about him. That's why in every situation, even though other people would hurt me, I still choose to see the goodness in them.
What about in this pandemic? What is the most important lesson that you learned?
You know what? Even though you're struggling, you can still become the symbol of hope. I myself, I had fears, uncertainty, but I still realized that I could still give back to Iloilo City. Out of my pocket, I decided to cook for the frontliners, and I know that's just a simple way, but that's my best way to help our modern heroes.
If you win the crown, how will you help your community? Well, you mentioned that, but are there other things that you plan to do when you win the crown?
Being a Miss Universe, you become influential. So I want to go back to my advocacy, which is Feed Me and I Read You program, which we help those children living near the dump site. If you have seen my Beyond the Coastline video, I want to go back there. And we need a lot of materials, learning materials. And I feel like being a Miss Universe, I will be able to pull donors into our project to make it foster even better.
What's the name of the program again?
Feed Me and I Read You program.
What color do you think symbolizes the phenomenal woman?
I feel that a phenomenal woman is red because red is power and I am red.
Work from home is now a norm. So what do you think are the skills needed to this future workspace or future workplace of the future? Sorry.
As of the moment, I am working from home because we don't have classes, live classroom classes. That's why we decided to conduct our lectures online. I feel like nowadays we need to adapt to the situation. So we need to be versatile in what is happening around us. And online business or working from home is such a huge opportunity for us to spend more time with our family and as well trying to enjoy the life.
If you can name one spot, man-made or natural, in Iloilo City, what would it be?
I would definitely want to bring all of you to Haro Cathedral because you know what, in Iloilo, we don't have much of natural spots. But Haro Cathedral is like an establishment that witnessed the love and devotion that Ilonggos have towards God. And I feel like it's been there since the Spanish era. So with timeless memories and modernization, we were able to, arrive to be the Ilonggos that we are today.
There's a campaign that's hashtag Love Local. So if it were up to you, which local product do you want to promote and why?
You know what? It was also asked to me during Miss Iloilo, and I want to bring to the global community our very own hablon. That is our indigenous fabric. And I feel like, it enriches the culture of not just Iloilo, but of our country. Every time I wear hablon, I don't just wear Iloilo, but I wear Philippines.
Nice line. Last question. What is one thing young people like you should focus on?
You need to invest in yourself. As of the moment, there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of bashers or backlash. But at the end of the day, when you practice self-love, you get to know the right weapon in order for you to win life. And I feel like right now, I am ripe enough to win the competition because I've done everything that I could to transform to become a phenomenal woman that I am.
Thank you, Letta.
Thank you. Thank you po. Actually, at first, I was kind of hesitant because you need 30 seconds session. But in the end, I was able to gain that momentum. And I feel like up until now, there's so much energy in me. I can do another round.
Why are we here? Because our hearts break for the families of George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Tamar Rice, Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, Philando Castile, Breonna Taylor, Regis Kurchinski-Paquet, Elijah McClain, Ahmaud Arbery, and many others terrorized and killed at the hands of racist police. These are our parents, our children, our brothers, and our sisters. These are human beings, just like you and I. I am no different from these names that I just read to you. Neither are you.
I can't breathe because I'm tired. I can't breathe because my brothers and uncles can't breathe either. When I stand up here and I see all these different faces, this is the world that I want to live in.
Yeah!
Fleeing the brutal war in South Sudan acted as a growth to my mental health by teaching me that it's not necessarily where you come from, but where you go, and that has to do with a lot with your mind. Your mind is so powerful, as opposed to having my circumstances validate who I am and where I'm going. I decided to actually shift my mental state and use that as motivation to chase my dreams.
As Miss U Philippines 2020, how can you help our poor kababayans affected by the pandemic?
During the pandemic, I was able to use my strength to help other people. I actually cook out of pocket for the frontliners. And now that, I am the Miss Universe Philippines, I can gather donations and I could have better helping bodies. So I want to go back to Iloilo and do the same thing. I want to start in the place that I was raised. And from there, I know that there would be beautiful effects and people would, share the same value with me because generosity is indeed contagious.
As Miss Universe Canada to continue the work of Black Lives Matter, which I've already been doing, and I would do that by creating awareness. I think it's very important to have open dialogue, and that's something we're lacking as Canadians or just people in general. So I would use my voice as I've been doing to invoke change because, again, your voice is the most powerful thing that you possess. Use it accordingly. Through this process, I've learned that not everyone is going to like you. And unfortunately, that is just life. It's okay because no matter what you do, you're not going to please everyone. So as long as you stand.
Why is it important to
stand up and like fight against online bullying and bashing?
For sure. You all know that my whole thing is that your voice is the most powerful tool that you can possess. So in any moment that I'm given the opportunity to use my voice, I will use it, whether it's to educate, whether it's to, spread love. When I saw those comments, my initial reaction was that for those that think that racism does not exist, of course it exists. Because this is different from freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is speaking your mind and you have that right. But freedom of speech versus hate speech, there's a difference. When you are attacking someone and you are belittling them and ridiculing them based on how they look, that is no longer freedom of speech. It becomes hate speech. And that is what I was experiencing. People were saying negative things to me based on how I look, things that I cannot physically change. If you're going to attack someone or tell them they're ugly, speak about their character and their insides, but don't speak about things that they cannot change, like their skin color. I can't change my skin color, and nor do I want to change my color. My skin color is beautiful, and that is okay if you don't think it's beautiful, but you don't have to say that. We've all grown up hearing the saying that if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. As adults, we forget the teachings that we've learned as children. So if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. And I hope that you understand that I know that not everyone is going to find me attractive, and that is fine. That is the world. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. There's no way that we can all agree on one person being beautiful. Of course not. But that's not why I said those things. I was saying those things because I was fearful of young girls going into my pictures, reading those comments, and identifying with those words. Being called a monkey just because I have dark skin. I'm not an animal. I'm a fellow human being just like you. And big lips, guess what? People are paying for my big lips. So I don't have to pay for these. God gave me these lips. It's funny because the Black woman, our features have been said to be ugly for so long, but now people are paying for the features that we have naturally. But it's only beautiful on someone else that's not Black. But it's not beautiful on the original people that have the lips. So it's kind of I don't know. It's a strange world we live in.
Yeah.
Rabiya, Mateo. Good evening.
Good evening, Casey. How are you doing?
I'm nervous. For everybody. Okay. So I will ask you two questions. You're able to choose a number backstage. After you talk for 30 seconds, you will hear this. And then I will ask another question where you receive another 30 seconds.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Your first question. If you could create a new paper currency with the image of any Filipino on it, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
If I were given the chance, I want to use the face of Miriam Defensor Santiago. For those who don't know, she was an Ilongga, but what I admired about her is that she used her knowledge, her voice to serve the country. And I want to be somebody like her, somebody who puts her heart, her passion into action. And after all, she is the best president that we never had.
Okay, it's time for your second question. This pandemic has made clear our priorities, essential or non-essential. Where do pageants stand in this time of crisis?
As a candidate, I know I'm not just the face of Iloilo City, but I am here carrying hope and as a symbol of light in the darkest times. And as of the moment, I want to help my community. I want to use my strength to make an impact. And that is the essence of beauty pageant. It gives us the power to make a difference.
Well said, Iloilo. Rabiya, Mateo.
I am Nova Stevens. I'm a Canadian and a Black woman. As I stand before you, I want you to see me as a Black woman. Yes, I want you to see color. Because seeing color does not mean you're racist. Instead, it allows you to see the struggles experienced by people of color. You've heard the news. You've read the stories. Innocent Black lives have been lost to police brutality and hate crimes. We want you to see us. We want you to hear us. We want you to feel us. I ask that you diversify your surroundings because when you do that, it creates a better understanding. Know that hate is taught. Therefore, we can unlearn it. So let's do that. Let's get back to our truest essence, which is love. Love.
My question to you is this. Canada is a beautiful mosaic of different cultures, ethnicities, and beliefs. How can we use these differences to further strengthen our national unity?
So amazing that Canada is a mosaic of different cultures. That is our true beauty. How we can make it better is using our voices to encourage each other to diversify our surroundings. As I said before, when you diversify your surrounding, it creates a better understanding. And there's nothing better than loving one another, and that comes from being Canadian. Thank you.
Miss Universe Canada 2020 is Nova Stevens!
receive 10% off when you use the code SUPANOVA. That's SUPANOVA. Now remember, like the Chinese proverb goes, use your smile to change the world, but don't let the world